La música de Harry Fraud.
Oh, hello.
Whoa.
Well, welcome to the continuation of the Div 2 podcast with Vince Ardone and yours truly. This time it is the Div 2 presser with Chernobyl against, not D-Boys, but Clockwork.
Thanks for that. Thank you. Thank you.
We have Marco Masiocha on one leg here in person, a warrior that you are.
It's better.
Pat Chenard.
Yeah,
Ça va?
mais pourquoi les boys sont pas là?
Puis Alex Gatien.
Hello.
Oh, well, this is going nowhere, this podcast. I can see that right now. All right, guys. As we can tell, this podcast is off to a flying start here. All right, let's talk about this game here, guys. Clockwork, Chernobyl. Mark, I'll start with you.
Yeah.
Clockwork, no one's really spoken about you guys as much as others, like Chernobyl.
Yeah.
What makes you guys the best team in Div 2?
Our plus minus.
166?
No, it was like 116 or something. It was the best in D2. That's all. I don't have anything else to say. Our defense is pretty mean. So is theirs, though. I got to give them credit. They have a really good defense. We have a really good defense. Just going to come down to basically who's going to make more plays on Saturday.
Pat?
Bah, moi, j'aurais aimé te parler du plus-minus, mais j'en ai aucune idée. Donc, je sais pas ce qu'on en est avec ça. Mais je pense quand même qu'on a les meilleurs joueurs qu'eux, bien franchement. Mais ils ont quand même une bonne équipe. Ils sont pas mauvais.
They have a good team. The difference is that we have a better quarterback. So
Attends.
Ah, mais pour être sur papier, j'ai le pire overall de QB. Là.
they have no. On paper, they have an amazing
mais
team.
Marco, combien de championnats que t'as?
They're
En Division 1, t'en as combien?
un.
T'as jamais gagné Division 1.
Eh oui, Roosters
Gentlemen.
Donkeys.
Hey, les gars.
Non, c'est Division A. T'as jamais gagné
Ok,
Division 1.
whatever.
T'as jamais gagné Division 1.
Ok.
T'as-tu déjà gagné
Pat,
Division 2?
même scénario.
No.
OK, c'est bon.
Pat, même
Ça
scénario.
répond à la question.
Division 2. Marco, same thing. Division 2. Top 4 quarterbacks in Division 2 are who? Write it down. Vas-y. Top 4 quarterbacks.
Why? Why?
I wonder who they're going to have.
Pendant qu'eux écrivent
That's
le top 4 quarterback dans la division, toi
Top 4
parle-en.
quarterbacks.
Tu veux faire ça de quoi?
Pat's very
Je te
focused.
donne Rod,
Marco is
Machtoub,
writing names down.
Marco, Pat, puis...
Pat's very focused right now.
What's another? Wyatt? No, fine.
Who
Kevin
else?
Wyatt.
Pas rusher
You're
contre
stuck on
Wyatt,
4, I
c'est-
see, Marco.
C'est un gros
I
carrière.
got
Il
three.
bouge bien, surprenant. Mais
Pat?
j'ai confiance à Pat. Pat, je dirais, la saison était 2-5-1, je pense. Puis à la fin de la saison, de step up. Puis ainsi, depuis les playoffs, Pat, il est pas, je dirais considéré comme des meilleurs QB de Division 2, avec comment il lance puis depuis 4-5 games. Là. Il n'y a pas grand-chose qui peut nous arrêter pour le moment.
Je l'ai dit quand même assez souvent au début de la saison qu'il y avait beaucoup de pression sur Pat. On dirait qu'il retombait à ses vieilles habitudes avec ses drags en dessous. Une fois, il lançait à Polynice. Maintenant, c'est rendu Nick Arsenault. Les deux, ils dominent autant. Marco, what are you guys going to do to stop that drag underneath?
I don't know. There's not much you could do to stop Hum if he's on, to be honest. He's one of the best players I've ever played against. I got nothing for respect for the guy. He pretty much picks me off every time I play him when he's playing defense. And on offense, he's a hard cover. So if Pat and him are on together, there's not much that we could do except, try to maybe contain him. But he's going to get his. We know that. We're not hoping to shut him to one catch for 8 yards like I did against Painsano, but maybe keep him without the end zone. That would be great for us. So that's what I hope for.
So if we say Pat Chenard, Nick Arsenault, Matt Bond, Tuat, qui me manque là, à la défense? Parfait.
Jovan
Jovan,
Colbert.
who are you attacking as a quarterback?
I don't know. The last time we played them, I didn't know where to go with the ball. Like I didn't have Antonio out there. It was kind of hard to our guys. I don't know if it was getting separation or what, but they seemed to be right on our heels almost on every play. The ball had to be almost perfect. Their defense was great. It was the best we faced all year. I'm going to give them the credit. They were really up our guys' asses every single play. And so I honestly, I have to be close to perfect to thread the ball in there because I know on any route I do, Pat's going to be right behind them. Even the other guy, what's his name, Colbert? He impressed me. He lined up in front of Rich, and I tried to get anything deep posts, even short slants. He was right up Rich. So I give them all the credit in the world. It's going to be a great game.
Jovan is an incredible DB. He lacks hands as a receiver, but he is an incredible DB. Now I'm going to ask you the same question. So if I go Marco, Lanny, Patron, Kyle, Rich Humes,
And Kerouac.
and Kiroak as a rusher, but as a DB, who are you attacking?
Mais eux aussi ont une bonne équipe. C'est sûr, Lanny, c'est le meilleur. Donc, s'il y a un gars sur qui il ne faut pas aller, c'est Lanny. Mais le reste des autres gars, tu sais, comme tout le monde parle de Kyle, je ne l'ai pas vraiment vu jouer souvent. Mais la dernière fois qu'il a joué contre nous, il a bien joué, mais je ne le connais pas assez encore. Mais il n'y a pas un gars en particulier qu'on va attaquer. C'est vraiment faire nos choses puis d'attaquer un peu tout le monde. Là. Mais Lanny, je pense que c'est leur gars le plus dangereux.
Yeah, and just to touch on what Pat said, our game plans, and it's not been a surprise to anyone. We try to make him go to his third best receiver. So me and Antonio, we feel like we're two of the top 10 defensive players in flag. So we put us on their two best, and we want the third option to beat us. So that's always what we've done, and we're not shying away from it. So if we're gonna come out like that and they beat us, I'm just gonna sit there and clap my hands. That's all.
All right, we got the results here. Came in, seen in production here. So Marco Mastriotrov, who is the best quarterback, has himself number one. Pat? Oui, non. Deuxième, c'est Wyeth. Troisième, c'est Rod Mashtub.
No, I put a space there because it's 1 and 2, me and Kevin, and then there isn't anyone else in Division 2 that's really close.
Puis Pat Chenard n'est pas là.
I would put Pat up there because he played in Division 1, but I'm playing
but-
against him, so
but
I didn't want to put his name on the
Rod,
list.
puis Penata,
I put a question mark because I don't know anyone else, and I didn't want to give it to Pat.
Puis Pat Chenard.
Ouais, moi, j'ai pas voulu me mettre sur la liste. Non, mais de toute façon, je sais que je suis meilleur que tous eux, même si...
Puis numéro 1, c'est
On
Kevin
enlève-
Wyatt. Deuxième,
Ouais,
c'est
Kevin-
Marco.
Kevin.
Troisième, c'est Frank Grenier ou Frank Lebeau.
Oh yeah,
Pourquoi Frank
yeah.
Grenier?
Frank, yeah,
Qui
Frank.
Frank Grenier? Frank Lebeau?
Yeah, I forgot about Frank. That's my fault.
Puis Terry Tam ou Tam Villedeth.
Tam Villeneuve. Juste parce que c'est mon ami.
All right, Pat. Why are you the best quarterback in this game?
Ben, je pense que je suis capable d'être clutch dans les bons moments. Je l'ai prouvé par le passé. Là, ça fait quand même longtemps que je n'ai pas gagné de championnat, donc je suis dû, je pense.
C'est what, 7 saisons?
Ouais, ça fait un bout. Là.
7-9 saisons?
Mais la dernière fois que j'ai joué contre Marco en playoff, c'était avec Chernobyl et on les a battus. Donc c'est
Yeah,
pour ça que je
that's
continue.
true.
Puis il y avait un meilleur team que Clockwork.
That's true.
On avait un moins bon team. Donc,
Everything Pat's saying is true. They had a better team, but I also have 2 more years under my belt, more playoff experience, kind of know where to go to the ball with the ball. I mean, everything then, that was my first year in DA. I think even Vince was on my team. That's how long ago that was.
Like we had Joe
So-
Duclair and we won. So now we don't have him, so we have a lot more chance to win.
Joe Duclair, la semaine d'après, il s'est fait abuser par Harrington.
Joe, ouais, en finale, c'était même pas drôle. Pour vrai, c'est sûr que Joe n'a pas dormi pendant une semaine. là. Harrington l'a mangé, mais c'est la même chose la semaine dernière aussi pour revenir à la Tourist Squad. Gatien l'a détruit. Là. Donc c'est ça pour ce qui est de Joe. Merci pour avoir joué avec nous cette année.
Oh my God.
En parlant d'Alex, là, 2 semaines, pas la dernière game, mais la semaine d'avant, une des plus grosses games que j'ai vues de toi là, dans ta carrière de joueur de flag, ça a commencé avec le gros 4th down. Après que Matt Bond a fait comme un 10 out, puis il pensait qu'il était inbounds, mais il était vraiment pas proche. Mais il était fâché en plus, puis il voulait pas parler au ref. Puis he chirped the ref for at least an hour after the game too. He wasn't even close. Anyways, le 4th down après, je sais pas comment quelqu'un peut faire pour arrêter le jump ball quand il donne le ballon. Si elle place comme il faut, si elle met à la bonne place, là, quand même assez difficile à arrêter. Vous l'avez fait une fois sur le fourth down, puis après ça pour scorer, après ça pour le extra point. Le jeu d'après, t'as fait un pick. Puis la prochaine série, t'as fait un autre pick. Je t'ai pas vu souvent jouer DB, mais t'es-tu confortable en tant que DB plus que rush?
Ça, c'était ma première expérience DB à vie, honnêtement. J'ai jamais joué DB avant ça. Ouais, 2 picks dans la game, oui. Non, j'ai bien aimé. C'est différent. Je dirais, je sais pas si je suis plus à l'aise là qu'un rusher, mais certainement c'est à refaire. Puis j'ai bien aimé, puis c'est eu du succès. Je sais pas si c'était de la chance ou. Je pense que juste que Tam, j'ai rentré dans la tête, puis à un moment donné, il a paniqué, tout simplement. Je pense que c'est plus la chance qu'autre chose.
Il avait l'air un gars sous panique. Fait que sur le depth chart, je pense qu'il a pris la place à Nick Arsenault. En tant que DB, yes, ouais. As a quarterback, would you rather have a speed guy coming at you?
That's what I was just gonna say. Not even as a rusher, but like just having a big body like that playing DB, it kind of cuts the field in half for you because you're having trouble. Not just
it's definitely
as a
awkward
rusher.
I don't think
as
any
a rusher,
quarterback's ever had to deal with that.
Exactly. As a rusher, I've gotten used to it. Like a guy running at me tall or whatever, it doesn't really affect me anymore. But when you see a guy that big playing in coverage, it's kind of like your throws have to be even more perfect on touch passes, on deep outs, on anything really, because the guy you can tip it, anything can happen. So,
well, it is a small field, and,
exactly.
and putting and the touch on the ball is really
it's
important.
really important, as you saw.
So
in the
when
D-boys
he's cutting all those angles that are really relevant to a throw and catch in flag football, it does kind of throw off a quarterback, and it threw off Tam. Like I've never seen Tam buckle so hard.
Yeah.
On triple slants, nothing was working. He was making slants look hard.
Yeah, you can cover 2 bodies.
But I was gonna ask you, so you kind of answered the question there. Would you rather have a speed rush coming at you? Like, would you rather have someone like Lagloire or Gatien rushing you?
Honestly, like you're talking speed guys, and Pilon rushes me, and I find he's one of the best in the league, and he doesn't really bother me anymore how fast he is because I stand so far back. If anything's gonna get to me, it's probably like guys that are more physical rushing me after the play or whatever. But even that, it's like I get sacked maybe once or twice a year in general. But the hands up, that can affect me, I guess. Not to give anything away because they know everything I do anyways. But if anything that's gonna bother me for rush, it's not really the speed. That doesn't bother me.
Puis pour vous, Pat, la décision de soit mettre Gatien en tant que rush ou quelqu'un d'autre, c'est quoi la logique derrière cette décision-là? À quoi vous pensez? C'est quoi le...
Franchement, la première fois qu'on a mis Gatien rusher, c'est qu'on n'avait pas d'autres rushers. non, mais pour vrai, Gatien, c'est il y a une intelligence sportive, donc il va comprendre comment jouer. Puis il y a tellement un big body, comme on dit, c'est qu'il va enlever... Il va défaire la trajectoire de la balle pour un QB. C'est pour ça des fois on aime ça alterner Gatien puis tout qui arrive, il y a plus de speed, puis Gatien arrive puis il fait des balles down. C'est un bon mix des deux.
Yeah.
Comme je dis, c'est vraiment d'envoyer le mix des deux. Ça dépend des jeux. Il y a des jeux où Gatien va être un All-Star rusher. Il y a d'autres jeux où ça va être SWAT, donc ça dépend vraiment. Il n'y a pas vraiment une préférence.
Vous ne changez pas vos calls défensifs dépendamment de qui rush. Parce que en tant que DB, moi je pense que le milieu, tu peux le laisser ouvert parce qu'il sera jamais capable de lancer un short ball dans le milieu avec Gatien en rush.
That's not even true though. No, yeah. He's really tall, but I'm not a short quarterback. I still throw the ball pretty quick. I go through my reads fast, and even if he's like, I line up already 10 yards behind Kerouac, so that's 17 yards he's got to run to me. By the time I get the ball, I read their defense and I know where I'm going with it. Unless they really take away my first 2 reads, then that's when it can affect me. But if I don't look at my receivers, I look at the defense. So unless it's really like a great coverage, that's the only time it'll really affect me.
Mo? Même question, X-Factor, Kyle Bosky ou Mathieu Tuat? Les meilleurs jeux, c'est qui, Pat?
Comme je dis, je connais pas encore assez Kyle, mais Tuat, c'est un gros joueur.
Yeah, he's good.
Il est petit, mais il joue comme quelqu'un qui est 6 pieds. Là. Mm-hmm. Mais pour moi, Tuat, c'est définitivement le meilleur joueur. Il est Hall of Fame en plus.
Marco, why is Koloboski the main X factor?
I mean, Kyle, now he's getting his due. People are talking about him. I think it's about time. This guy's been Defensive Player of the Year in the lower divisions, mind you, but Defensive Player of the Year, I think 2 or 3 times already. He's always.
Ça, je savais pas ça, tu vois.
Yeah. So he's he's a great defender. He doesn't really get his due because he has always played in the lower divisions. But I mean, I played in the lower divisions. Doesn't make me a bad defender. So, it's just because he plays with his friends doesn't take it away from how great he can be. And I think now everyone's starting to see bit by bit that, he is a stud. And hopefully he will continue to play in the higher divisions and show everyone just how good he can be. So I think it's Kyle.
I think the point that we have to make with Kyle is how clutch he's been in big moments.
Yeah, he's been our MVP in the playoffs.
Yesterday he almost got a pick six again to ice the game,
Yeah.
but he dropped the pick six. He jumped the ball like it was nobody's business. And we're talking about Kevin White throwing
Exactly.
the ball. Fait que si tu le connais pas encore, tu vas apprendre à le connaître demain ou samedi, c'est sûr. Je dis pas qu'il va avoir la game de sa vie.
Contre nous, la dernière fois, il était invisible. Donc c'est pour ça que je le connais pas encore, puis il a pas fait de jeu contre nous. Donc c'est pour ça que je peux pas vraiment le comparer avec personne, mais je sais qu'il est bon, tout le monde dit qu'il est bon. Mais Tuat nous a fait gagner des championnats dans le temps. Tuat fait des jeux que personne comprend qu'il fait.
Yeah,
Comme
he's in the Hall of Fame for a reason.
Juste cette
He's a good
année,
guy.
il a fait un jeu une fois. Le ballon était overthrown, il est allé la chercher une main, il a gardé les deux pieds dans le fond du end zone, puis il a land en front flip. Donc ça, c'était... Personne n'a compris ce qu'il a fait. C'est ça, Tuat. Il va faire des jeux spectaculaires que personne va être en mesure de faire, à part Tuat.
Yeah, but my point on that is that everyone knows, like, I know he's good. Everyone knows he's good. The thing is that no one, except for now, is starting to know how good Kyle can be. And I think that is what the X factor is. Like, I'm not, for me, Tuat isn't an X factor. He's the second best player on the team, like, receiver-wise, like, besides Pat and Hum. He's the second best player on the team. So for me, he's not an X factor. You know what I mean? Like, I know how good he is. So
That's a good point. Last time Tuat made a play against me was on Roosters and Donkeys on the fourth down where I think I broke my ankle. Pat was covering me that game and he was trying to do to me what he did to Giddens yesterday. Shit.
Yeah. Hey, he did a good job on Jamal. Look, Pat.
Jamal was there yesterday? No way. I didn't see him.
Pat does a good job in coverage. No one's ever going to take that away from him. He's one of the best DBs, and we just got to be on.
Can he get into your head though?
They're not going to get in my head. It's just like even last game, the D-Boys and DK, they weren't in my head. It was more
We only did 2 picks.
Well, it wasn't the picks though. It was more of the just we weren't good offensively. Like I wasn't angry at anyone. I wasn't like, oh shit, like we're so bad. Like the ball was there. Should we have lost? Probably not, but we did. We didn't show up. They took advantage of it. It's not in my head. I wasn't angry. I spoke to him after.
Pat, your best trash talk right now. Maintenant avec Marco. Qu'est-ce que tu dis maintenant, Marco,
C'est la
right
même chose
now?
que je disais tantôt avec Seb. Je suis pas capable de faire du trash talk comme ça juste pour faire du trash talk. Ça vient tout seul. Puis juste en ce moment. Non, mais pour vrai, tu sais, qu'est-ce que tu veux que je dise en ce moment?
Yeah.
Qu'on est meilleur qu'eux? C'est tout.
No, but
Le trash talk, moi j'aime ça le faire pendant la game.
Yeah.
Quand ça compte, quand c'est sur le moment, mais du trash talk comme ça quand on parle.
And he's right. Let the game speak for itself. At the end of the game, we'll know who the best team is. Look, we played them once this year. They weren't as good as they are now, and we weren't either. We didn't have Antonio Owens. Obviously, he just said it. It's a big piece to not have. So I'm not even looking at that last game that we played. And it's going to be 2 different teams playing against each other, and let the chips fall where they may.
I think personally that Saturday, you guys' game is going to be the best game of the night by far. From the top division to the bottom division, the Division 2 game is going to be the best game to watch. I, for one, can't wait to watch that game. We're going to go around the table and give our predictions for this game. I think we've done enough here tonight. We don't need to pull words out of their mouth.
Même question. Why will Clockwork win on Saturday?
I don't even think it's going to be like an offensive thing or anything. It's just going to be which of the 2 teams makes more plays on D. Because last time we played, I think me and Pat, we threw 6 picks combined.
Ouais.
Like it was a defensive game.
Mais j'ai une vieille saison pour
So it's like I think because we in the playoffs have been playing such amazing defense, we held Wyeth scoreless in the second half last game. I think on the score on the website it was 7 he scored in the second half. That wasn't right. It was 26-20 at half. Game finished 40-26. So I think because I think of that, just how good our defense has been against Wyeth especially. I think that'll equal a win for us on Saturday.
Puis Pat, pourquoi Chino va gagner Division 2?
Mais moi je pense que Nick Arsenault va abuser en D. Puis j'en parlais avec Gatien tantôt. Première game des playoffs, je fais 2 picks. Deuxième game des playoffs, Gatien fait 2 picks. La dernière game, Matt Barnes a fait 2 picks. Donc là, je pense que c'est au tour de Nick de faire 2 picks.
If it's against anyone, it's against me. He picks me up all the time.
All right, Vince.
Moi, je donnerai pas de prédiction. Je vais l'écrire dans mon article, comme j'ai dit tantôt pour Division 1. Fait que donne-moi juste un score, pas obligé d'en parler, juste me donner un score final.
Juste avant de donner un score final, j'ai une demande à faire à Rob. Si on peut mettre la game à 8h au lieu de 9h, ça serait vraiment apprécié. Puis pour le score final, je dirais ça va être 31-28 Chernobyl.
Gatien?
Je dirais la même chose, je dirais 36-33 Chernobyl.
36-33. Marco?
I'll go with 31-27 Clockwork.
Mokan? 16-12 Chernobyl.
Il fait les pires prédictions.
How is that even
Mais
possible?
je suis content qu'il ait dit Tchernobyl, mais le début de la soirée, il est
How?
bizarre. Mon mot est bizarre ce
How
soir.
are you gonna get 16?
2 touchdowns plus 2 two-pointers.
Avec un safety.
Ouais. Les gars, guys, bonne chance. Good luck this weekend.
Yeah.
Best of luck. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much for coming in here. We'll see you guys Saturday in Brossard by the Shin. Make sure, Pat.
Merci.
La musica de Harry Fry.
Best.
J'ai une chance que Mo est là.
Thanks,
Pour
thanks.
vrai. Je crois que les podcasts ne peuvent pas être pareils sans Mo.
We'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah, mic drop.